The subject is cognitive marketing in the digital world. Way back in 2001, I was involved in selling a software which could make instant websites. Now, mind you, this was 2001 in India, where it was a pre-Google era, and I was going to places, to businesses, and talking about software which could make websites. And the responses that I used to get from them is that we have the website and we have everything running on the digital world. So the question that I used to ask is, what is the name of your website? And they used to say that their name @yahoo.com is the website name. So the idea then of the digital world was, when you have an email system, that is what digital was in the year 2001 in India. And of course, I was not able to sell or pitch the website making software that time, and failed many times, and realized that maybe it's not the right time to be in this market with this kind of a software. So I went back to a place which is completely devoid of digital, which was agricultural industry, and you actually now fast forward 17 years, and you look at today's agricultural industry. You have a farmer sitting at a remote location in a remote village, right? He's actually using his smartphone and doing payments online. So things have considerably changed in the digital world. But what has not changed is the expectation of a consumer, which is to know him as a complete individual. That has never changed in the marketing world, whether it is digital or not digital, and it will never change in the coming future. That is a very, very human need to be known, to understand. So while we talk about the cognitive marketing in the digital world, we would also want to tell you that we want to keep the human as the center of the entire digital world, and not the machine. Yes, as I said, that as a customer, everyone wants to be treated as a unique individual. As a marketer, I know that we always look at segments, we always look at market segment. We do not look at as an individual, because it's humanly not possible to kind of look at every individual as a segment and target them. So what do we do? I mean, this is a very, very tough time for a marketer today, because he has millions of platforms, millions of social media channels, millions of publishing platforms, thousands of marketing software vendors who are behind them, and then you have your thousands of analytical software which is available. Now how do you decide on the best thing that you're going to take in the market? So very, very tough time for the marketer in today's world, right? I'm going to come to the technology part of it. Now let's imagine that if there is a way of understanding your customer as a friend would, right? Is there a way? Can we imagine today? Yes, we can. Can we make every conversation relevant and meaningful to the audience that we are targeting? And can we just not look at a transaction, right? Let us make a relationship. Can we make a relationship more than a transaction, right? And be a part of the entire the journey of the prospect or the customer. Yes, of course, marketing is cognitive, and it is on cloud. Marketing has always been cognitive. It has always learned and optimized, right? Now it's also on cloud. That means that it has the speed and the flexibility to execute things that it never ever thought before. A lot of people do ask that of course, people do understand the definition of a cognitive, which is to understand, learn, reason, which is what human beings are capable of, which is what differentiate a human being from other species on the planet. But how is it actually used for something like marketing, right? Which we'll come to. Sagar, you want to take?
Yeah. So behavioral segmentation, like how we can use cognitive in marketing. One of the thing is behavior, like every individual is unique. For example, let's say someone of you is a travel guy, you travel every Monday to Thursday, right? And if a cab providing company understands that, right? And Imagine if you get a message on Sunday evening or Monday morning, this is the offer, are you planning to go to the airport today? This is the offer, this is free for you, you go on this ride, right? This is, I understand the behavior of the customer and I offer it. That is one kind of cognitive engine I'm using for my marketing. The other one is channel optimization. So for example, what is happening now? All the large enterprises are blasting with emails, with SMS, everything, but they are not knowing whether how many of those million customers are actually on email, how many of them are opening email, and who are there on SMS, who are there on social, right? So with this cognitive engine, which is in Watson cognitive engine, what we can do is we can understand which channel is best suited for that individual. So for example, I can optimize my cost based on channel optimization. So I don't need to send blast of emails or SMS. SMS is so costly, right? I can say, okay, only 20% of my customer out of 10 million are on SMS. Then why should I send SMS to everyone? So that also I can optimize. Other thing is real-time engagement. So this is very critical for today because real-time will lead to sales closure, right? Take an example. For example, if you go to bank website, you go to a home loan there and you're looking for a home loan. At the same time, when you're on that home loan page, you get an offer that, if you book it in this month, right, you get a 9% or 6%, whatever. When I'm searching for something, if at that time I get an offer, there are more chances of that closure, right? So it is also cognitive because I am on that website, I get that feedback and I respond. So that is real time. I can do that with cognitive. And hyper personalization. So, for example, everyone is unique. For example, I'm in telecom company, right? I send an offer email for 1 million customer, and out of that 1 million, only 20% open the email, right? And out of that 20%, only 5% of that 20% open the email and download something from that, or stay there on that email for, let's say, 10 seconds, right? Now what happens to this data, right? I have 3 types of data now. One, 80% has not opened it. One, 20% has opened it, and out of that 20%, 5% is there for 10 seconds or more, right? So based on this personalization, I can do an automated program, right, which can target all these 3 different behaviors differently. I can send a direct offer to the person who has stayed on the email for 10 seconds. I can send another email with a different subject line to those who has not opened it. So all this can be done today with the cognitive support.
Yeah. So Watson Marketing Technology is designed with the marketer in mind, and of course it's cognitive. So when we looked at the entire landscape of marketing automation vendors, we looked at the most robust of cognitive engine, and we found Watson Marketing Technology fulfilling all the needs of today's marketers. And that's the reason that we went on and partnered with IBM. We use IBM Watson extensively to run campaigns for our customers, to do a real time, to hyper localize, hyper personalize, as we said, right? So all those things that we spoke about, the concepts, is something that we are actually doing in reality, and which we would take up in the couple of case studies that we want to talk to you guys. Now here's something about us ourselves. We are Comsense, we are a marketing technology company. I am a marketer, and Sagar is a technologist. What we observed, a couple of years back, few years back, is their marketers are not too comfortable with the technology. Technologists do not know too much about marketing. But then, because of the digital world, both the departments, in fact, both the philosophies are kind of merging. So what is it that we would need in the market? We would need marketing technologists who would know technology, who love technology, who can leverage technology, and also think about marketing in a world that is digital. So what are the things that we are doing for our customers, right? We have the best practices to run the marketing automation technology. So we are seeing a lot of adoption nowadays, but then investments and adoptions are happening on the marketing automation side. but then people have still not figured out as to how you take it step by step, what's a phase by phase kind of thing, and how do you actually leverage, and how do you get an ROI on a marketing automation investment. And that's where we come in, and we have been doing it for our customers. Couple of case studies that we want to talk on is B2C and B2B, right?
So before we go to the case study, so we use Watson Marketing as a tool, right? But we have seen that there are many industries or companies, those who have used it. And what does Watson Marketing do? It is a customer engagement platform. So Watson Marketing can send email, send SMS, push. It can integrate with your existing CRM. It can integrate with your all legacy systems, sit on top of the CRM and be a customer engagement platform, right? So it is, there are multiple, providers of marketing automation, but the differentiator of IBM, it has cognitive engine behind it. So Watson is there to take the behavioral decisions, right? So one of the case study for a B2C company, right? They had challenges to engage with their, it was a cab, taxi provider company, to engage with their customers at personal level. They were not knowing the behavior, what time they are booking it, all those things. And they were having 9 million customers. So how to deal with them at personal level, right? So initially we looked at their data, like what we saw in our first presentation, right? The AI engine is actually needed there. But Watson Marketing Automation has some level of AI engine where we pass the data, we understand the behavior, we did that and understood the gaps and we implemented best practices. And what we achieved is that the engagement level after our engagement of 6 months, it has gone up to 200%. The 200% more customers are being engaged, right? The go-to-market time was reduced by 50%. So initially, if they were, executing 10 to 12 campaigns a month, now we can do around 30 campaigns, right? So that is the most important thing, and the consistent and relevant data, real time, is going to the customers. That's what we achieved from Watson Marketing. Another is for B2B. The biggest challenge for a B2B company is lead acquisition, and there are many agencies in today's world, those who can give us leads, right? As a company, we also need leads. But what about the qualified lead? Are they relevant? Are they really qualified to buy our product, right? So we used Watson Marketing to qualify the leads, and with that, we increased the sales conversation only because we were able to qualify the leads, we were able to convert. The ratio was around 18% from 3%, right? So multiple best practices, lead scoring model which Watson is giving, inbuilt lead scoring model is there. We use that, and with that we achieve this. So that is another B2B case study. So we have so this is what we are trying to bring Watson to marketing. I know this is not what we have seen in the previous 3 presentations, but what we want to bring the cognitive into marketing so that business make profit or business make revenue, and that's what we are here.